The starting pitcher, S.B. Pineda, who is the cleanup hitter for this Panama team, and now today on the mound.
Look at that age. He's 11 years old. Panama makes it back here next year. S.B. Pineda can be on that team.
Reaction time for the hitter. Swing and a miss on a 74-mile-per-hour fastball. For a big leaguer, that's the equivalent of a fastball at 96.
Yeah, he's running it up there. I mean, we've seen fastballs, and we could later on today as high as 80 miles an hour so far at this Little League World Series. But that's getting it up there in a hurry.
Wheeled in, strikes out swinging. So 2 down. Mechanics here. Fought himself a little bit in the first, not here in the second. 2 down.
For a walk in the park this inning. Just get up to that balance point. Watch that finish. Love the finish. You know, everything's going towards home plate. Throws across his body a little bit, but still. The momentum, the head, everything going in towards the glove really allows that arm to extend. Get everything he can on that fastball.
Now Brody Watson will be on the mound for his team from Grandview. And he's one of 3 I mentioned that will throw the ball. He's more of a breaking ball pitcher, and I think there's a little scouting going on. The Staten Island team is terrific hitting, especially when it comes to hitting fastballs.
Yeah, Brady's their ace. He can run it up there. Coaches say he's touched 80 before. All 3 of their stable pitchers, Blake Larson, Connor Duong, and Brody Watson here on the mound today, can absolutely pitch. That's going to be what they're going to ride and die with. They're going to rely on their pitching, and they're going to need Brody to have a great day today to take care of this great Staten Island team.
Cloudy day here in Westfield, Indiana, but we're not expecting any rain. The first pitch in there for a strike.
76. Goodness. That's a 99-mile-an-hour heater, equivalent to a big league fastball right there, folks.
Enjoy this experience. But, you know, the thing like adding the MLB Little League Classic, you know, this year we have the Phillies and the Mets. These kids enjoy this experience. But, you know, the thing like adding the MLB Little League Classic, you know, this year we have the Phillies and the Mets. These kids
kind of stand out as terrific players. Steven is going to be one of those. Fastball in there for a strike.
Ace and recording the second out.
This is Drew Rarick at the plate now. He's the pitcher for Fargo today. He threw a complete game 4 hitter against Iowa on Monday.
And that one is popped out of play. That strikeout of break.
program. We'd like to align it with school as much as we can, and I know you guys have to keep track of this game here.
Yeah, no.
But so we for the program.
2 strikes to Bo Meyer as we're talking with Steve Keener.
I got to ask the kids before the game what they're most excited about if they were.
Now you just want to see somebody else. It doesn't matter who it is because he was so down.
That's right. That's one of the better emojis, I think, in the Little League World Series.
Fire the turkey leg out there. Let you know exactly what he's thinking.
0-2. Strike 3 called. That's twice that Siniscalchi has been called out on strikes. 2 down.
You can't throw an 0-2 pitch in a better spot. I don't like the idea at any age of wasting a pitch, but if you throw one close enough that there's a chance you get a call for a strike and there's a chance you get a swing, but there's nothing anybody can do if they put the swing on it, that's a pretty good 0-2 pitch, and that was done perfectly.
On lefty here. Wow. And that's a 9-pitch inning where he strikes out the side.
9 pitches, 9 strikes, 3 straight strikeouts here in the 4th. Monte Cho looking just like Euban Choi did to start this game. 12 up, 12 down for Canada, all retired via the strikeout.
On the mound for Puerto Rico is a young man named John Lopez, and he joins a long list of great pitchers. Luis Rivera, who's eligible Friday. Robert, who you saw, Zubair, eligible Saturday. So if they can get past this, they'll be in good shape again for the weekend.
Yeah, they've got some guys set up, and John Lopez has thrown just 4 pitches, a third of an inning in this tournament, but it's a really good arm. Rossi, we've talked about him behind the plate. He's great behind the plate, but it's a big arm on the mound, and for a team that's used 11 pitchers so far, they're still in a pretty good spot.
Fracturing his wrist in 3 weeks.
Wow.
Fried sardines. Not eligible to play. And that's really bad news. He's really bummed about it. And there's a strikeout of Furusawa, the number 3 hitter. He's gone. Good start for John Lopez after a real rocky first when he hit the batter in the helmet. Comes back, strikeout 2.
Kind of a dialogue there, and the pitcher's going to kind of call his own game anyways. Maybe not at this level, but there'll be a form of calling your own game to some extent.
They're working on it. They're probably doing it because they're not doing that much of it in the game.
Called strike 3. The umpire aware of where he was standing in the batter's box. So Morinishi is called out. Back-to-back strikeouts and 4 in the game now.
So this is that spot, Rav, and this is something Rossi behind the plate you can see, and you can see it on the mound. If a guy's on top of the plate that much and his hands are there, if you can do that, you got it.
And he's got a nice little two-seam action to that ball. I go back to a couple pitches before that. He was trying to go up and away above the barrel, which was really impressive. He hit a spot both times, did get the call, but the fact of where he's pinpointing these fastballs so far in this game, really, really impressed by John Lopez.
5-10, 46 feet away. Caden Hall will be throwing to Graham Vinson as we are set to get underway. And this is another one of those kids that show up and just throw real hard. His favorite player is Johnny Bench. He's not a catcher, but he has the idea that maybe someday he will be.
Third baseman said that he had the best arm on the team. Because they had been used to it, they were like, last season went and bought a glove off of one of his teammates.
Look out, that one is inside, and just like that, pretty good battle here from Colin Townsend. Chased a high one, and that's the first strikeout of the game. He did eat up a handful of pitches, though, 8 in all.
Yeah, it was a great at bat from Townsend. Battle off some pitches. This is intimidation. You're coming up 95, 98 miles an hour when you think about reaction time. Once you elevate, though, now you're talking even more.
He weighs 114 pounds. Oh, good hold there, man. He started and was able to hold that swing.
Hey, I'm gonna swap this gun here in a second.
Right back to the catch. Very similar start to the at-bat that Townsend had. That second pitch, he fouled right off.
Tennessee's going up against Tristan Lucier. He might be one of the best pure athletes here in Williamsport.
Yeah, that's one thing you always see in Williamsport is these kids that play multiple sports and their athleticism is just on display. This is one of those kids here today.
2-0 pitch. There's a strike with a fastball that you see in the top left of your screen. That'll get up there to 70 plus. Brings up Tennessee's pitcher today, Ryan Newell. And he takes the other day for this Tennessee squad. 0-2.
And one thing I already noticed, stay short to the ball. That's got to be the focus here.
Lucier comes back with strike 3 called on 72. And there's 2 down.
Yeah, and you get a backwards K here because this ball is exploding out of the hand